Hey, and welcome to today's podcast. Just kind of sharing how I'm doing in my mental health journal. Um, Been interesting today. I felt certainly felt better in my life, and I've certainly felt a lot worse. So yeah, I'm not feeling that great if I'm honest right now. I went rowing today with like my work gang, and I always like social activities, especially when there's sport and activity involved. So yeah, really enjoyed that. To elements of it. Great bunch of people, and yeah, like people had a few drinks. I didn't drink, of course. Well, not of course, but I didn't because I'm not drinking. I don't drink alcohol, and yeah, obviously, it'd be nice to have a can and chill out, but I know for me, it's that I have a challenge moderating alcohol. I can do it, but it's a challenge in that I'd probably be drinking into like right now. I'd be pretty drunk right now if I had like a few cans in the day, and I'd probably still be drinking, and then yeah, probably impact into the week. So yeah, glad I didn't. And then also mentally, I'd be messed up and a lot more anxious and depressed. So yeah, it's difficult coming into a new, and it's that instant gratification, isn't it, for like a lot longer term pain. But yeah, like that was good. My diet's not been 100%. My spending's not been as great. Some of my other habits, like avoiding things I should be, has been good. I haven't put down any limits on spending and money's interesting. I'll come to that in a second. Spending and food. I feel like I should put some food ones in, but I've been putting a lot of targets in, and I don't want to put too many that exhaust me. So just being very careful because when you have like your non-negotiables, I tend to do three yes things I should do a day and then three no things. And then if I put too many things, it can just be I can just go against it, and it can be like really difficult. But I'm following what I need to do. I'm pushing myself little by little, but also working on the inner work. Very excited this coming week to join Danny Morell's collective program officially. So there's a lot of resources in doing that inner healing, which I know will be transformational. It already has been in some of the stuff I did, but obviously there's still more work to do. Yeah, the money thing, like I get nervous when I just, go happy and then just buy food and treats because it all adds up. But at the same time, I'm trying to develop this abundance mindset whereby I don't worry about spending money. I'm not going to be stupid and buy a jumbo jet when I haven't got that kind of money. But I mean, you got to be, I've learned, you got to be, you don't want to be spending stupid, but at the same time, you don't want to be scared about, all the time about what you're spending and like be fearful around it because then, so it's about getting that balance. And I guess I'm still trying to figure it out. But sometimes I feel like I need more limits on just random food I buy because it does like out, lunch can be really expensive. You just buy lunch out, it could be like 10, £15, for example, easily in a day. As opposed to spending like 30, £40 a week on your food supplies for the week, which is a lot better. But yeah, I like to buy a coffee and things like that when I'm out and about. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to get that. Yeah, like as you know, if you've been watching this, I've over the last few weeks I've been working through a situation that really upset me and knocked me down. And I've really, really improved, like because I put the boundaries in place to not check certain things, not think in certain ways, do things I enjoy, like living on my mission, making these videos, getting out there, making contacts, mentoring, doing my social activities without alcohol, all these kind of things, really made a difference. Today, it really hit me hard. And I was kind of like, why is it still impacting me? And I realized I really miss this person, really miss her. I'm never going to see her again, but it was like, because of the boundaries I put in place, but it was like, that can come up, I guess. Not that this person's died, just, but it's like, I guess sometimes if someone passes, like my grandma, it's obviously that's a bit more of an bit more of a bigger example, like me losing my grandma at 7, because I'm never ever going to stop feeling that, and that was a big moment in my life. And this is a lot smaller. This is just, didn't work out someone short term, but it's like, I guess like things, grief like that can come with you the rest of your life, and like situations, even when small, can kind of like that appears small, can like pop up, and sometimes you're gonna have more challenging days than others, and that's okay. Memories can come up. I'm not saying like I'm like fully healed and there's stuff to look at inside of me, like in general. Of course there is. That's why I'm doing like Danny Morale's program, and I'm doing as much as I can. But I think sometimes there's days when you're gonna feel like awesome and really good and like, feel so good or neutral about that situation, and then there's other days you feel a bit sad about something in the past, and that's okay. I'm learning to accept that. Learning to think in certain ways, learning to get more loving. I do get some angry thoughts and upset thoughts, yeah, but I come back a lot quicker now. So yeah, I just sometimes feel sadness, and sometimes I just feel sadness. Like I was writing my book, and that gives me a little bit, that gives me a lot of joy to write my book. It's quite a dark book. It's not like, it's about going into my very personal, vulnerable side of me, in aid of men's mental health and just being open, and what I've gone through and how I navigate some of my depressive spells or my anxious spells, or being, those kind of spells. And yeah, it just, that got me. I was listening. Music's really making a big difference, as I said. Like, yeah, listening to certain music's really helped my brain as well. Yeah, a little bit tired on a Sunday, and I've got a I've got a reply to a couple of people who I upset recently by just being truthful in what I was feeling, but I didn't maybe filter my response to them as good as I could. And I can understand why they're upset, but at the same time, it's something I needed to move away from. I'm glad I spoke up rather than didn't. That's not to say I couldn't have improved what I said, but yeah, it's kind of something that I've been meaning to reply all week, but I haven't, because it's going to take a lot of energy to make a response that's well thought of. So I'm just, sometimes you do things you don't want to. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, looking forward to joining this program. Trying to make social plans. I'm going to see my family at the weekend. Boy, I'm not saying this. Things are getting any easier, but I am really excited about. Sometimes you forget about these great things. I did get an amazing opportunity presented to me yesterday, regarding breath work, and that's really close to my heart. And I'm feeling like I'm getting guided to my mission, and that excites me. So although I'm feeling a bit sad, about being single, and although even then, like, I'm kind of getting an indication from a couple of women, like, ask me out and stuff, but like, I'm not in that place because I need to do work. And I sound like I'm a really ungrateful little twat, but like, I'm just, it's okay to feel sad, and yeah, I'm just proud of myself and not jumping into things or trying to do things and go and sit and ski, do things to prove to the world. That's what I would have done in the past. I'm just sitting myself, acknowledging my feeling while taking the actual actions I need to obviously make money and live my life, but at a minimal. But I am really excited that I'm getting towards mission. But yeah, I do feel a bit. Sometimes I'm feeling less lonely because I'm really starting to embrace being with myself a lot more, which I think is a great skill. I know there's progress. I feel there's progress, but it doesn't make it any emotionally easier sometimes. But yeah, just proud of myself for not running to alcohol. Um, there's some other habits I'd like to get rid of course. I've cut down my social media. I've cut out certain profiles and things like that, which is really good. But yeah, I'm going to stop here because I've got to crack on with a lot, and it's 10:30. So thank you for listening.